During his meeting in May this year with Pope Francis, the Grand Imam spoke about why terrorism should be detestable to Muslims who correctly interpret Muslim texts, and that he is communicating that to young people. Muslims have lived for decades as citizens in harmony with followers of other religions as well as with non-believers, and contributing to the wealth of their countries of residence. They are now targeted not by virtue of their deeds, but by their identity.
The issue of radicalization is the most challenging issue that faces, the whole world at this point. And the whole international community has to deal with it.
In conjunction with the UN Human Rights Council in June, this side event was held at the UN Geneva, focusing on preventive measures set forth in the UN Global Counter-Strategy. There is a need for urgent action, collective action and long-term measures. There is also work to promote the values of tolerance, dialogue and coexistence. The panel's theme, DeRadicalization, or the rollback of extremist violence, a follow-up to the UN Secretary-General's plan of action to prevent violent extremism.
What we have to do is to show that this version of Islam is antagonistic towards democracy, antagonistic towards living together in peace, and it cannot be accepted as such.
The panelists reiterated the view already expressed by many international leaders that violent extremism or terrorism cannot and should not be associated with any religion, nationality, civilization or ethnic group. When we say radical, radicalization, radical nature, we haven't said violence, not yet. We haven't pronounced the word violence, because there can be deeply pacifist radical behavior. The only answer to respond to radical extremism, radical violence, is non-violent counter-radicalism. The most notable Catholic radicals are Dorothy Day of the Catholic Worker Movement and Thomas Merton, the Trappist monk, both dedicated to non-violent principles.
The important thing is, religion is something which is improper for anybody to hold. Terrorism is an evil that has to be combated, even if it tries to dress up in a religious garb, makes no difference.